you're going to obturate. Now, before you can obturate, you have to know the criteria for obturation. You have to write it down and discuss with the teacher. The teacher will be asking you the 7 criteria. So after the discussion of the 7 criteria, you will remove the TF. First, you have to see if the TF is intact. So you will remove it. Then you have, before removing that, you do percussion palpation, ask the patient kung may pain. And then, kung wala, then proceed, intact seal. So, and then, if it's intact, then you remove the temporary filling material, and then you can irrigate. You do circumferential filing using your MEF, and then irrigate. Next is the aspiration, and then dry the canal. When you dry the canal, you use the paper points. And what size of the paper points? Usually the same size and length of your MEF. Then, make sure that the canal is dryable. Make sure there is no foul odor. Make sure if this is a patient, there's no fistula or sinus tract, and you got negative culture. So when all of this is present, now you're ready for obturation. So what have you done? You remove the TF, you have dried it, and everything smell okay. Irrigate, and then you dried it. Now ready for the master cone selection. Your master cone should be the same size and length with your MEF. So for example, this is already your master cone. It should have a tag back, and you take radiograph and see that you are within the length. The length should be within 0.5 from tip of the apex. So granted that you have taken the radiograph, you got the tag back, the length is correct. Now you're ready to mix up the cement. In mixing up the cement, make sure that it is creamy and homogeneous. Okay? Now, next that you're going to do is measure your spreader 1 millimeter shorter of your working length for the 3 of them. Okay? Next is you get your accessory cones. Your accessory cones is normally 20 and 25 depending on the size of the canal. You immerse it first on the sodium hypochlorite for 1 minute. Okay? So let's put some 30. And then, so after 1 minute, so while doing that, what you're supposed to do, you remove this, you set aside it, you can also disinfect it, and then you have to irrigate. This is how to irrigate. Make sure you bend your needle, okay? Make sure you remove the bubbles, okay? You do like this, and then irrigate. Final irrigation. When you irrigate, it should be up and down. You just put it at the orifice, okay? Up and down. Hindi pwedeng ganon. And then diretso, no. In, out. There should be no binding of the needle inside. So irrigate all the orifices, all the canal. See, it should be in and out, in and out. Yari, tapos na. And then, para hindi kayo ma-access sa paper points, since it's the end, you can aspirate it.
Or pwede mo mag-picturean ko na ng district.
Oh, ang dami yan. Nag-irrigate ka ba, mister? Bakit ang dumi nun? Oh, anong klase to? Bakit ang dumi? Hindi ka nag-irrigate. Oh? Oh, bakit ang dumi? So, can you see? Ang dumi-dumi. It means if it's like this, you cannot obturate. Oh, granted, malinis na siya. Malinis na. In that case, what you're supposed to do, get your MEF, circumferential filing, irrigate very well, and make sure that your cotton is already clean. Pero hindi ko kaya maatim yan, na ganyan. Hypochlorite kasi yan, di ba? So, let's irrigate again. You cannot. See? Huli si Mr. Ano. Kaya nga dapat may cotton, taga-salo. So, you will see if your irrigant is already clean. Okay, better. Then now it's time for you to aspirate. After you have aspirated, you get the paper points. The size of your paper points is the same as the size of your MAF. Okay. So the length is 16 millimeters. Measure at 16. Then bead sterilizer. Okay. Now, when you put this inside the bead sterilizer, it should be in contact with the beads. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds up. Okay. And then you place it on a sterile gauze. Okay. So maybe about 2 of this. Then dry the canal. Leave it for 1 minute. So while leaving it for 1 minute, you prepare now your cement and you mix. So 1 minute. Then what should it be? You have to smell it. Walang amoy. And it should be dry. Okay. Now, after mixing your cement should be creamy and homogeneous. Now, how do you introduce? So, ready na tayo mag-obturate. Everything is dry. All the criteria for obturation has been met. This is already more than 1 minute. So, you get again another gauze. Place it here. Okay. How do you dry it? You get again another sterile gauze. Pat dry. Okay. Next. So you're going to introduce the first gata percha, your master cone. So you get the cement. There should be more cement for your master cone. Medyo matigas. Okay. Then insert up to the reference point. Naku, parang sumobra to. Bahala ka na. Next, how do you select? You start from 35. Okay, what's your reference point? Okay, when you insert your spreader, you do watch winding. Watch winding. Okay, it reaches the reference point, which is in this case the mesolingual cast. So go in and up, go in and up. Now, this is size 35. What size of the gata percha or accessory cone should I use? 2 sizes smaller. So 25. So what should be the measurement of 25? 15. 1 millimeter short. So I'll measure it at 15. And then, do not touch this area because this is supposedly disinfected. Just do like this. And put a little cement. Just a little. And then, you remove this. Focus on this. Go up and then insert. Okay? Now, make sure that when you insert it, it goes up to the reference point. See? Para sure kayo that this is the master cone and the accessory cone was able to reach up to this level. Then, what will you do next? Repeat the same procedure. Okay. See? Kasha. Watch wind up. Watch wind up. Kung feeling ko, masyado siyang maluwag, I can even use one size smaller. So, this is size 30. Let's try 30. The bigger you can insert, the better. So, this is length 15 because I was able to reach 15. Okay. Then, just a little of the cement. And then, watch wind up. Now, if the angulation, when I take this out, is this angle, kailangan ganun din, the same angle ko ito maipasok. See? Again, looking closely, it goes to the reference point. Okay? Now, use the same Then all gutta percha one side. Okay, then do with a little bit pressure, apical pressure. Watch wine. See? I can still reach the reference point. Pang ilan ko na to. But I can feel it's too tight. So I should not be using 30. And I don't want to use 25 as well. Kasi it's too tight, then I can go for 20. Kasi masyado siya masikip. So but still measure this at 15. Okay. And then a little of the cement. Watch wine. Parang hindi siya pumasok. Kasi kita? So what will you do with this? Tap on. Go back again to this. Okay. Then measure. See? It goes again to the length. Still, I'm using 35. The bigger that you can place, the better. But, for example, at this point, at 35, it doesn't go in yet. It doesn't go in anymore. That's the time that I'm going to change it to size 30, still at 15 mm. Okay, go in. Well, it goes deeper. It goes deeper, but still short of about 2 millimeters. So now I will try to use 25. The farther it can go, the better. See, 25 now can go just 1 millimeter short. So this is now 14 millimeters. So since this is already 25, I should be using the smallest that I want you to use is size 20. So I'll go for 20 at 14 millimeters. Why 14? Because this has been measured to 15, but it did not reach the reference point, about 1 millimeter. So now the length is about 14. So 14. Then make sure it goes to the hole. Pag ayaw pumasok, what will you do? Try to put it in again. Ayaw, itapon. Get back to this. Okay. Kailangan maganda yung angle. 14. Bakit ganito? Ang pangit ng cement niya. Hindi siya smooth. So, hindi rin smooth na ipapasok ito. Kaya, the success is on the cement. Can you focus? Let's see. The hole, it goes to the hole. Okay? Then continue this until your spreader can only reach crown length plus 2 millimeters. If your crown length is 8 millimeters plus 2 is 10. So if this one can only reach up to 10 millimeters, example, nasa 10 millimeters na lang siya. Hindi na siya may papasok. Then that's the time you stop and then take radiograph, and then if the radiograph says it's okay, then that's the time you cut. Okay? So this one is 12. So 12 to, 10 mm lang, so it should be higher by 2 mm. The cement is really bad. Hindi ganyan dapat yung cement. Okay? So, is that what you've been doing? Hindi. Kaya ang papangit. Okay? So, he has to take radiograph of this. to verify. Okay na ba to? Okay. So you take radiograph, and then if it's good, you cut. Stop.